I don't know if you can tell, but I decided to change locations for one of my videos this time. I'm outside of the library and I'm at Landis Green, which is one of the main greens on the Florida State campus at the beautiful fountain. Oh man, I have a lot of time to shoot this one. Looks like it's already starting to rain a little bit. But first of all, I just wanted to give a shout out and not really a shout out, but I just wanted to say that my heart and my thoughts and prayers are with the terrible events that happened in Orlando this weekend. It's a shame when people let their insecurities and their hate overrule everything and allow it to spread on the other people in such a violent and heinous way. You know, for us, it'll be like a little moment in the news and then, you know, it goes away. But I know for these other people who are deeply affected by this, is never going to go away. And the only thing I can do is just hope and pray that whatever higher power, if they have one, or whatever they believe in, can help them get over this and help them just be able to live with this and still be able to live their lives. You know, of course, one thing that we all enjoy in our life is daytime television, particularly CBS for me. And I also love the Bold and the Beautiful and Y&R. So first thing I want to talk about with Y&R is the Raya baby. So happy that Lizzie's here. I love the name Elizabeth Nicole. I thought it was an awesome name for her. It gave tribute to Nicole, and it still had a little bit of Logan in it, which, you know, I always approve of. Although I don't think Beverly ever spent much time with her grandkids, but you know, that's how it goes in soaps. It's the thought that counts. That's like what they say. You know, I just wish that Rick would pay a little bit more attention to the baby, you know, instead of worrying about what Rich does. Although, as we all are seeing, you know, Rich got taken down a little peg or two, thanks to Katie running her mouth and telling everything. I don't know why they can't just keep a door closed. I guess if they closed the door or managed to whisper, we wouldn't have anything to watch or complain about. So, you know, I'm grateful because, you know, everybody knows that I'm all about whatever it takes to take Ridge down. I'm with it to a certain extent. Despite the fact that I did want Ridge taken down as CEO, I actually am one of the few people who hate Ridge, but I'm probably not willing to do that at a baby's expense. You know, I feel like that since they went ahead with this lie from Jump Street, the better thing would have been to just go ahead, have scandal out there, and to just mitigate it. But since they went, not only they tell the lie, but they had the magazine write up. They did all this stuff to exacerbate the lie. So it's just kind of like, okay, at this point, the kid probably isn't going to need this for the first couple of years of his life. You know, let's just let this ride. Although we all know in soap opera land it's going to come up again. We already know that. So, you know, of course it came out. Man, I got to tell you though, the coming out of this stuff, the performances by TK and by Lindsay and by Pearson Fode, awesome performances, super intense, kidnapping, confrontation, everything. Also, super great performances, I thought, by the cast that play the Avant family. I know I'm one of the few people in the group that is Team Avant. I think they're hilarious, super good actors. Even the young lady who's playing Sasha, she's starting to come out a little bit. Still think she needs some work, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. I mean, I need some work on these videos. We all need some work every now and then. I just thought the confrontation in the hotel room where everybody kind of laid things out there on the table, I thought it was really good. You know, I'm not surprised that Vivian said that she was going to give it a shot with Julian. I mean, when you've been married over 30 years, you know, you're probably going to try and give that a shot. one thing I wish they would work on getting rid of is this stat marriage. I'm kind of, I'm over it. I never wanted it to begin with. I knew it never had a chance. It had a snowball's chance in hell of going on. And, that part doesn't bother me as much as the fact, though, that they have Steffi and they have Liam on here acting like they were on such solid ground. I'm like, why are they not showing the flashbacks? While they're showing all these flashbacks, why aren't there flashbacks of Steffi and Wyatt hanging out in their PJs and, little else together in Liam's bed when he almost had a heart attack like he was Fred Sanford, coming back from with Miss Ivy, which, God, if she comes back, I might have to take a break for a while unless it's something juicy. But anyway, no, we're forgetting that. He told the heifer to leave the ring on the table, leave the key on the table, get the hell out of my house. Where are the flashbacks of that? They're showing all these flashbacks of Aspen and all of that. Where are the flashbacks of the trouble that was going on? Of him telling her that she was toxic and that everybody dies when they're around her and that she's fucked up and he can't take it no more. What happened to those flashbacks? Don't know. Selective memory again. Anyway, let me see. I had a notepad here because I'm trying to keep going along, especially as it looks like it's going to rain soon. Oh yeah, the break-in. Speaking of this stat versus steam stuff, was this break-in not the lamest thing that you've seen in a while on the show? And lame things seem to be something that they specialize in a lot. But, having this poor guy break in again, I mean, it's obviously that he's just not, that's just not his deal. I'm going to be interested to see how they play this. I was going to do a video in this video talking about Beatty and Brill, but I've actually decided that I'm going to make that. Everybody knows, this is a huge part of my bold and beautiful philosophy. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to actually do a whole separate video on Brill versus Beatty 2016. At least the first battle so far. So since it looks like it's gonna start opening up around here, I'm gonna shut this down for right now. But I just want to say I hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday, and I hope that everything else is well with you guys. There are things out here, there's beautiful beauty out here, and I choose to take part of it. I'm not going to let the actions of the ignorant and the hateful take away my love of this world and my love of the beautiful surroundings of which I find myself, and of course my love of you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'll have Team Brill versus Team Beatty in a separate video later on today, as soon as I get back into the cover of the library. And I hope you guys are awesome.